So homelessness is a very difficult issue, in part because there are different types of homeless groups. Groups or segments of the population. You have folks who are, families that have been displaced, whether because of domestic violence or other reasons. You have, for instance, homeless veterans. You have folks who have substance abuse or mental health issues, and then you have some folks who are chronically homeless. And we have to make sure that our approaches are tailored effectively to each group. It is a constant battle, and sometimes it's done on an individualized basis. I had a woman who came up to me last week at City Hall, and she said, "Mayor, I just want to thank you for helping me out." And I said, "Yeah, I remember you. What to remind me?" She said, "Well, I was homeless. I'm a single mother. I was homeless, and you were able to find me some housing, and now I've got a job. I'm a lot more stable now, and things are on the right path." And she was ecstatic. That made me feel really good. But the reality is that it's usually not that simple. It's usually not a matter of picking up the phone and asking somebody to help out somebody else. We need good programs. What we've done, fortunately, is we've been investing. So we've been investing in a brand new shelter that will be opening on Division Street in January, run by Catholic Social Services. It's the new Sister Rose House, which will be set up for not only housing people temporarily, but will be a means of getting people plugged into services, whatever those services are, whether they're treatment services or job training services, housing services, whatever they are, they will be able to get what they need at that place. And the city's been funding the effort in part, and we've certainly been helping coordinate it. And so I think that's a big step forward. We've also taken a different approach to the chronically homeless. Remember the encampments in the north end by the railroad tracks. We have taken a enforcement second approach, which is a way of saying we want to get people into treatment first and into services rather than busting them with police presence. So those are some of the efforts. As far as this winter goes, we're going to be setting up at the new place in Division Street when that's open. In the meantime, we're going to have to make sure that we have a place available if things get really cold in November and December this year. We'll be ready for that.
Well, unfortunately, homelessness is a very big issue in a lot of cities, but in New Bedford as well. And we have to do a better job in taking care of our homeless population. And I've always said that what we should do is work with the churches and nonprofits in the area and other nonprofits in the area to see what we can do as a city to help them out. We don't want people dying on the streets because of the cold. There's got to be better programs. Again, let's see what we can do with federal assistance or even state assistance to see if there's anything out there that can help us. It's not relying on that assistance. It's to see if there are different programs out there that can help us, especially with the homeless. There are a lot of abandoned buildings, like you've said, that maybe we can, either sell to a lot of the churches or they can buy it, that we can open up. Everybody deserves a bed. Everybody deserves a hot meal and a place to sleep. And we have to remember that a lot of these homeless people are veterans. And people who are mentally ill. So we need to do a better job in helping them because this is our brothers, these are our sisters, and this is somebody's child that, for whatever reason, is living out on the street. And the key is to remember that some of these people are veterans, and we have to be very careful in how we treat them. If we are truly Christians and if we are truly people of God, whatever faith you may be, we have to do a better job in taking care of our homeless population. The city needs to work with these different groups and organizations and work with families to see how we can help them make sure that if they need some mental health, help in mental health, that we can provide something for them. There are a lot of different programs that the city is available, and let's work on that. Let's expand the programs. A lot of this stuff you can do this stuff without having to spend a lot of money. We have the buildings here, and why not open them up to the homeless so that they can have a place to sleep. A few months ago, my sister was at Tedeschi's on Ashley Boulevard and saw a young man who was walking in and out of the place. And she went inside and asked the clerk what was going on, and they basically said they believed he was homeless. So my sister came out, gave him some food, gave him some water, and called a cab for him, and paid the cab, and told the cab to take him to a hotel, paid for the hotel room, and said, you deserve a place to stay. And that's what we need more of, is that compassion. And I am very proud of my sister for showing that compassion, and that's what we need to do more of.